Welcome back to my channel and thanks for tuning in. So today I wanted to introduce the tiny house tour. I wanted to explain what it's all about and why I wanted to share with you. So you guys know, if you have been following me for a while, that I have been on a minimalist journey. I am still on a minimalist journey, and basically I have been trying to figure out what I can live without. I've been trying to reprogram my mind to think of things not as in what we are told that we need and what we are told that we can't live without, but rather I've been trying to use my own mind to determine what makes me happy, what fulfills me, what I should be spending my money on, and not just going with what everybody has and what everybody has to have. So one of the things that I've really, throughout my minimalist journey, one of the things that has really caught my attention and I've really been just intrigued and interested in is like tiny houses and like camp, like not camp but van, like van life, where people actually convert their van into a mini home and they travel around and like live in vans, and other people just find like a tiny little cabin or actually build it themselves, like a tiny little cabin, and like find somewhere to put it up in nature, and there they kind of like really live whatever life they choose to live. It's a huge community. Like the van life and the mini house thing is a huge community. It's probably a part of YouTube that you guys, if you haven't like been that end of YouTube, you should definitely check it out. It's been my obsession since minimalism. I've been really intrigued, basically. In my last video, I also was touring Hazlitt House, and I told you guys that one of the things that really intrigued me about like, and intrigues me and interests me, and like why my decor style is mostly inspired by like 18th century, like basically like antiques, is because it always shocks, amazes, like interests me to think of how people used to live before our current day and age. I could go into media and everything, and that would be a whole other long story, but I won't now. But it always intrigues me to see how, it always intrigued me to see how like people lived before all this craziness, and they had fulfilled lives. I'm Malawian, so I was born in Malawi, and I lived there until I was like 13 or 14. And I then moved. So I also have a background of not having like a lot, in the sense of I had everything that I wanted, and to be honest, I did grow up quite a privileged life, but I mean that in a lot, in a sense, as in when we came to the UK, then I was like, whoa, okay, people have a lot. You know, I thought I had a lot, but people have a lot. It's just the whole, like, I feel like we are programmed to think that, like, me and my sister were talking a few days ago, and we were just discussing how when you get, the first time you ever get a house, like the first time you ever walk into your apartment and stuff, and it's empty, it's an empty apartment, we automatically think, okay, I need to get a sofa, I need to get a bed, I need to get a this, and I need to get it that. Like we already know what we want to put up in this space, and then we spend years, sometimes of our life, sometimes our entire lives, trying to fill this space up with what everybody has and what you ideally need to have to be happy. And as most of y'all know, like, it doesn't bring happiness, the happiness that it promises. Like, all these material things don't bring the happiness that it originally promises you. So throughout my minimalist journey, I've been really trying to crank down, to be very, like, self-motivated as you can be, really, to be very self-motivated and deliberate with the way that I spend my money, and to not spend my money for anybody else or what people will think of me or what people might say of me, but what I want and what fulfills my life. So one of the things that I wanting to experiment with, like, obviously I'm not just going, like, I'm not dumb enough to just check everything, sell my every belonging, and like just go with a lifestyle that I don't really know anything much about. Now I've researched this lifestyle, and I've been like I said, I've been really interested in finding out like how, why, you know, all the details, to like people who decide to minimize at such extreme, for me, like now, with such extreme like measures. So anyway, this is very rambly. I decided that I wanted to try it out without losing my stuff, and I have been looking for a cabin to rent, like a tiny little cabin. I wanted it as tiny as I could get it, and I wanted to just really experiment what it would be like living in a tiny home. So I finally got the perfect location for it and the perfect place to go and experiment, and I went there for a while. I just took some time out. Not only did I choose the location just based on a mini cabin, but I also wanted to be around nature. I wanted to be able to take long walks. I wanted to be able to be away from, like, offline basically. I wanted to be away from like internet and like media and everything, basically, just for a while, from like a mind break for me, but also just to, like I said, experiment with a mini lifestyle. I will do a video at some point with all this info and like what I feel about it, or maybe I'll just do like a minimalist update video, and maybe in that video I'll explain a little bit more about the tiny home and my experiences and my questions and my confusion. I really enjoyed the experience, but there were things that I hadn't thought about, even that when I went there I was confronted with, and it was just a great experience. But anyway, so I wanted to share the mini house that I lived in with you guys. I also going to do like a vlog type video where I share with you basically what I did, what I, you know, like what occupied my day, what I, like the walks we went on, the scenery. You guys know I'm huge on, oh, my hair is crazy at the back. Yeah, and I did braids for a while, so just to kind of like, for the traveling and stuff, I didn't want to be bothering to like, because you guys know I have posted like 5 videos or something of like being away. So I've been away like since the start of summer, like literally at the start, maybe even before summer, I've been going away and just touring Northern Ireland and like seeing as much of Northern Ireland as I can and spending as much time in nature as possible. So we walk here first. Right here is like a fire pit, which we have been using. It's just been cleaned out now. I will like actually film a bit of tonight to show you guys that. So it's a fire pit. We take the chairs that are on deck right there and we bring them down here sometimes to just have the fire pit on. And then let's walk to the house itself. So down there is farm and there are animals. You can hear them actually in the morning when you're getting up. And then right around here is just like really beautiful like grounds and stuff, and it's just like parking spaces and everything for if you need to park your car. And then going up the stairs, this is going into the tiny home, and out here is the table and chair, and then there is that has firewood, fire lighter, logs for the fires, coal for our barbecue. I need to clean this barbecue out because we used it yesterday and it needs cleaned out. We haven't cleaned it since yesterday, So that's it there. So that's the deck part. So you can sit here, have like drinks, and in the morning, which has been beautiful. Also, you get to see that view of the mountains. Those are the mountains where Game of Thrones, a few scenes have been filmed up that mountain. It's just a beautiful view in the morning. And then out there, this little house that you guys can see here, that's the owner of the property's house. So it's just, and then I'll take you down to the river in a bit as well. It's really, really nice. We are alongside a really, really big river where you fish for salmon and stuff. And so that's just down that way. I'll take you later. This is around the grounds and in, and then the doorway. Let's back up. At the top you have this light at night. Coming into the door, once you open the door, there's a light switch here. These are for the lights. There is like a coat hanger here that has, I should come in so that I can show you guys better. This is like a hanging rack type thing, and you just have hat here and towels. I have my makeup, all my makeup in here, and just my coat hanging on there. And then this door takes you to the bathroom. I'll show you guys that. So this is the bathroom. I have toothbrushes there, toilet paper, the toilet obviously, and the shower, which is very weird for a tiny home to have, like, it's actually like a full shower. And then down there is just my shoes. And this is all our like sunblocks, after sun, and all of the things that are that we're using, and toothpaste that's hanging down. Anyway, you come into the cabin, and this is the whole cabin right here. It's really, really tiny, but very, very cozy. It's been absolutely like a pleasure to be here. So this is the sofa bed. And it's just like this really, really massive sofa bed that can sleep up at least 4 people. Like it's so big. And then there's the drinks and the kettle and everything, and more light switches, because the little cabin is literally lit at night. Like it's like the brightest space I've seen. It's really nice. And then we have a working board here. We have a tiny little sink that's this for washing thingy, and then we have a little bit of soap in there, and there's just like plugs and stuff. We have, when you back away like that, you have like these drawers right here. I'll take you into what is in those drawers just now. And looking back, this is back where we started at the door. When you look outside, that's just outside again, like great views, and just like that's the outside. And it has these massive windows. Like this whole is like a window, massive windows that way as well. Just 2 really, really massive windows, which are great for the views of the mountain. It's just amazing. So let's do the drawers. All my books, my selfie stick, our maps for when we go places, money, stuff. And in here you have like a dish dryer, and just we need to buy more of this because we've been like barbecuing a few times while we're here. And then down in here there's just like plates and phone chargers and phone, and just random stuff there. When you open this drawer, it's just like really unhealthy drinks and chocolates and biscuits, and just like cups, teas, glasses, mayo, ketchup, that's for barbecue, beer that's opened in the back there, just random stuff. And then oops, at the bottom you just have more tea stuff and just some random papers that we're using when we go shopping. So that's the tiny house, and then a bin, like I've talked about that side. That's the tiny home. I really enjoy being here. It's just like been an absolute pleasure. So yeah, in my next vlog I will be sharing, after this one I'll be sharing what I did, just a vlog video of everything that I did there and how I spent my day. So I went to the cabin with Michael and we shared the tiny little cabin, and I will just, yeah, share my experiences with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy watching this. I hope it like really like entertains you or helps you. Maybe you're trying to figure out the same thing as I am. Hopefully it's of some help to you. I will see you guys in my next video, and thanks for tuning in today. So it's barbecue time. We have 2 burgers and a lot of sausages. We bought this like about a few days ago anyway, and we've been going at them. They were like any 3 for £10. And we also have salads here. We have like coleslaw and potato salad. Michael loves potato salad. I like coleslaw, so we got that. And then there is cheese, and there's 2 chicken. So we are going to be barbecuing right now in the storm. I think.